Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. One of the things I just did between episodes here is I realized kind of stupidly that I actually had plenty of resources to upgrade the furnace a bunch. So I've gone and done that. So now I've got a 30% discount on all weapons and armor, which I should have done right before upgrading, was it Gorash? I don't remember. But something like that. So we're going to go on another run here, and we are definitely bringing along, I think the plan is, Jolota's technically leveled up a bit more. But we could also bring up Not Red. Either one is perfectly fine. Not Red's got slightly less stress. So you might get a little bit more stress because you're only apprentice level, but what the hell. While we're still doing some of these easier runs, let's go ahead and get you going. We're going to bring Essie for the pick to the face potential. Gorash, and the last person would either be Flobo or Baltimore. I'm not convinced on this Jester exactly. The Battle Ballad is kind of interesting, but not great. Flobo, he's got the Duelist Advance. Wicked Slice is a perfectly fine attack. You'd be okay in the third slot. I don't like that he doesn't have the AoE, but that's not necessarily the end of the world. So we'll bring you guys kind of like that. Maybe we'll make this a shorter dungeon. I'm not sure. Oh, do any of these have anything site specific? I don't think so. Oh, Warren's Tactician. 15% more damage on Gorash. I mean, we can go to the Warrens. 100% of the battle rooms. What do we need? We need portraits. Warrens give you portraits, so I guess that makes some amount of sense. We'll go ahead and do that. We don't have a ton of money. It is a medium run. We need to bring 12 food and 8 torches. On a medium run is the number I'm convinced. We might want to bring pairs of shovels. It really sucks if you can't dig something out. And then random stuff. A skeleton key for an extra loot somewhere. A bandage. And anti-venom. It's mostly like the bleeds and the blights that are bad. In particular, there's quite a few things that can improve with the bandages. Maybe less in the Warrens. I'm just going to take a little bit of a glance at my little my spreadsheet that we've got going on. Actually, in the Warrens, there are 3 things that can improve if you bring medicinal herbs. So I will bring 2 of those. We're going to spend all our money. So we do have the ability to get rid of a blight or a poison or a bleed if we've got one in battle, which is really good. And then a couple of 2 medicinal herbs, because apparently the dining cart, the moonshine barrel, and the makeshift dining table can all be improved with medicinal herbs. The racket blades can also be improved with the bandage. Occult scrawlings can be improved with holy water. So can the Eldritch Altar. And we don't have any holy water. We bring 1 less shovel? I suppose, you know what? I'll bring 1 medicinal herb, 1 holy water. Sure, why not? Okay. I could also cut back on the shovels, but there we go. So we're going to spend all our money. We've got relatively decent amount of stuff. Go and dive right in. Only took me 3 minutes to get to the dungeon this time, guys. I mean, it helps that at the end of the last video, of course, we took care of most of the in-town stuff.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Okay, I can sort through sort of this way. Hopefully we'll get some scouting. We do have to clear all the battle rooms. Mostly be nice if we could spot some traps before we just randomly walk into them. Called it. Like, when the hallway keeps being this empty, I'm like, I'm betting there's a trap. Empty room? Battle room? I mean, I guess finding battle rooms is fine. We don't, you know, we need it. Okay, I don't think I've experienced the Swine Drummer before. I don't even know if I've experienced these Carrion Eaters before either. You're gonna munch on my people? Okay, we're gonna dodge. That's good. These are all beasts. They're all beasts. Do one of these people have the beast things? I don't think so. Ooh, you're marked. You resisted. Hopefully that was resisting a level 2 bleed, which would actually be quite nice. 2 damage per rounds for 2 rounds? Not 3? That's different. I don't think I've seen a 2-round bleed before. This does a total of 4 damage as opposed to 3 or 6. Alright, I mean, we're not going to use bandages here because what had happened is at the start of Essie's turn, she, or he, I don't know, is going to take 1 tick of the bleed. And there'll only be 1 round left, so we'd be using bandages to get rid of 2 points of damage. I'm not convinced that's the best use of the bandages. So here we got to decide if we're going to go for a stun or a heal. You're down 5 hit points. So a Divine Grace, which will average out 5, might be a good idea. On the other hand, you know, a little bit of stun. Oh, we can actually... If I use the Dazzling Light, we'll also improve our torches a bit. Oh, their stun resist is huge, 75%. The Swine Drummer might be fine, but he's too far behind. Okay, we're going to drop a Cure on Essie, especially since she's still bleeding. There we go. I go she because of the hair, but I don't know. Could just be a dude with long hair. There's probably like a page somewhere on like a wiki that gives you backstory about the various classes, but I don't know. Anyway. Oh, you have the Fear of Beasts. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. That's perfect. Right, I brought someone with a Fear of Beast into the Warrens. Makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's do that. Do the Duelist Advance. Can you still do... Yeah, I mean, you can still pick to the face and throw daggers from the 3rd rank. Is the Duelist Advance better? It does less damage, actually. The Wicked Slice just does more straight-up damage. I guess if we want to move forward to replace her, we can do it whenever we want. The Pistol Shot can hit a few more people, but it's got the damage penalty. We might want to focus on the Drummer, but for now, I think the people right in the front is good. This is a guaranteed kill, or I might get lucky and kill a full health one. The Crusader hasn't gone yet. Does the Crusader have Zealous Accusation? Yes. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try to Wicked Slice the second one. Even if we don't kill it, although we did, we'd put it within a low enough range that the Zealous Accusation could kill. We resisted, looks like a Blight. I'm going to Zealous Accusation. Hopefully the one in the front will die.
Confidence surges as the enemy
That works.
crumbles.
Drums of Debilitation. We are marked. Alright, a lot of marking going on. No, you don't need a bandage. You'll be fine. We're going to pick to the face, I guess, here to finish it off.
The fiend falls,
and then focus fire on this Drummer.
Hope blossoms.
Bottom bum bum bum. We are going to drop a heal on... Well, who? You're down 5. You're down 4. You're not bleeding anymore. Nah, we'll heal. And... just go for the kill. We might not kill. Go for the stun. Oh, you resist the stun. Round 3. Don't go, don't go, don't go. Alright. Finish him. Alright, that worked out okay.
Give them no quarter.
Oh, 6 heirloom type things and a fair bit of gold. Plus we can interact with the Sacrificial Stone. That's interesting. So, okay, apparently, if we do nothing, there's... it looks pretty bad. 50% chance of stress, 25% chance of... oh, purging a negative quirk, and a 25% chance of getting a Warren-based positive quirk, which is pretty good. So 50-50 stress versus good quirk stuffy things. Or if we gave it some food, apparently... no, you can't add food in there. Maybe on the wall. Maybe if it was the Sacrificial Wall, it would purge a negative quirk. If we used up our firewood here, we would get a buff, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to risk it. Now, I'm going to try to see if we can't purge that Fear of Beast here with Essie. Sinful behavior is vanquished. Fear of Beast purge. It's nice. Fear _of _beast. The localization slightly off there. That is really good. Calm's still a little bit annoying. Scattering a little bit annoying as well because we do have some ranged abilities. But getting rid of the Fear of Beast is massive. Massive. Okay, yeah, we're going to go east. No scouting info. Maggots. Nice that they don't have very many hit points. It's too bad we don't have a blunderbuss attack on our highwaymen. Did my order get changed? Do I need to adjust anything? I don't think so. I think we're okay. And just Wicked Slice. 22 damage crit.
With impunity.
De-stress a little. Very nice.
A powerful blow.
Brave Nibble. You can actually use a little bit of a heal. Resisted some disease or something, which is nice. Pick to the face. I'm hoping the healer goes next. Nice. And then if I get really lucky, I can Zealous Accusation and kill both of these. Oh, no. Leave them both with 1 hit point? Come on. Oh, that's... okay, thank you for the dodge. You're only down 3. Go ahead and try to finish off the one who hasn't attacked yet, and pick to the face the other one. Take the money. All right, good fight.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I'm not overconfident. I'm just acknowledging that it was a good fight because it could have gone badly. That's a sign of low confidence. Like, oh, thank God we didn't get destroyed by some maggots. Just realized, by taking this path, I'm actually going to have to backtrack to this room. Because go down here, 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 then there. If I'd cleared these in a different order... No, there's really no way to avoid any backtracking, is there? If I'm really lucky, there's no monster there. But I have not gotten a successful scout off yet. So, I'm going to go south. What the hell? Oh, right. The swine wretches. The one that don't walk on their feet. And then they just vomit on you. And give you massive amounts of stress. Ugh. Disgusting. That's actually really bad. We might actually get, you know, the 100% stress run here. We're lucky on a crit. Nope, no crit. 13% chance, but, you know. She's still calm, so she does less damage on the first round. Oh, I got critted, so everyone's gonna get stressed, plus the vomit stress. Fucking amazing. Let's go for the slightly more guaranteed kill. Yeah, especially if we're only rolling 5 damage. Heal? We might heal ourselves. It might make sense, though. I don't know who's gone or not. Oh, and our light's gone down. Might make more sense to go for a stun on one of these guys. Yeah, I don't know which one of the two have gone, or if any. You gotta pay attention to that stuff. It's very important.
Light gains purchase.
I was gonna say I want to kill the other one.
And purpose is made
Give me a chance to get off a heal. Actually, let's drop a stun on the other guy. We only have 25% stun resist, right? Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. We might be able to sneak in a heal after all. And so they both just went to clear their stun. My entire party can now go. So, healer, physician, heal thyself. Okay, now we slaughter the rest of them like pigs. Yeah, let's finish you off. The splash damage can't really work, and then we've got 2 single attacks that can finish this guy off by working together. Oh, there we go. Good fight. Okay, we didn't accrue quite as much stress as I'd be worried about. Oh, we're now up to 3 shovels. Crazy. 3 shovels? Watch us not use a single one. Trap, trap, trap. No trap. What is this? Occult Scrawlings. So on this, we would like to use... Oh, wait. If we use holy water on this, we get a curse, maybe? If we don't do anything, there's a 1/4 chance of nothing, a 1/4 chance of stress, a 50% chance of a quirk, which is 2/3 likely to be positive. So let's figure this out. Ignoring the nothing... It basically looks like we're sort of even odds between a good versus a bad. So between a little bit of stress, a negative quirk would be bad. A positive quirk would be great. You know what? Let's go ahead. Essie's got no stress. Fuck it. Let's try. Crawlings forever change the hero. Wheeled Explorer. You got a positive quirk. Worth the gambling. It's all about expected value. Just a little bit of poker theory. Expected value, but you also have to consider in the, what is it, like your chance of bankruptcy is one of the classic things. Like the example is always, if I proposed a bet to you, and I said, listen, we're gonna flip a coin. If I win, or if you win, I give you $1 million. Okay, if you win, I give you $1 million. But if I win, then you have to give me $900,000. So assuming you had unlimited money, you would take that bet every single time because you're likely to come out ahead, right? Let's say we change it around. So if I win, I give you $10. If you win, you give me $9. And we can play like 1,000 times in a row. Well, you're going to come out ahead because of positive expected value. But with the big numbers, even though it's still a positive expected value, if you lose, you instantly go bankrupt and your life is ruined. And so the same thing sort of applies here. Some of these things might be slightly advantageous to use, but if it goes badly, it can fuck up your whole run. Or there's other things which might have a slightly higher chance of being bad, but even if it's bad, it doesn't necessarily wreck you. So little things like that to consider. Anyway, so we have surprised these guys. Flobo, you have... You can range attack perfectly fine. Right, the pistol shot does less damage. We want to focus on things in the back. You know what we want to do? We want to try to one-shot the Swine Slasher. Ah! Bad damage. Bad damage. What you gonna do? You are down 3 hit points, which is not that much. We'll try to drop a stun. 50% stun resist. He's only got 25% stun resist, but he's almost dead. We might just kill him. You know what? Let's just kill him. That's okay. Pick to the face of probably the drummer. He's got fewer hit points. Well, the Swine Wretch has even fewer, and we can reach him. But we're unlikely to kill him in one shot unless we get a crit. And the Crusader can help us kill the Swine Drummer. So we'll go ahead and hit the Swine Drummer, and hopefully we can kill him with the Crusader right now. Oh, I was going to say, unless we roll min damage, it was 7 to 13. He had 8 hit points. Of course, we roll the 7. Butcher's Cut. That sounds like a bleed. Indeed it is. 2 damage per round for 3 rounds. Maybe that... Wow. And then the Vomit for the stress. Luckily, Essie doesn't have that much stress. Sounds... Whoa, what the hell is that? Lots of stress. Okay. I'm sensing a theme. You've already gone, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick to the face... Oof. Let's start working on the Swine Wretch. Because we can use a Zealot's Accusation to kill the drummer, since we're not in a rush. I will try to pistol the Swine Wretch. We might get lucky and kill him. Nope, we roll minimum damage. Ooh, particularly poor. You have 2 more bleeds left to go, so if we use a bandage, that's effectively the same as healing 4 hit points, which is pretty good. We're going to do the Zealot's Accusation, kill the drummer, apply some damage to the guy in the front. Very good. Do we want to use a heal? Technically, we can afford a little bit of heal. It might, however, and you got the 50% stun. I think what I'm tempted to do is try to kill the Swine Wretch. Prevent a little bit more stress from being applied. It's still early in the dungeon. Now, we can camp, but there's a lot of stress in the bag right now. I'm trying to avoid accruing too much more. Ball and chain. Okay. And we're stunned. It's not the end of the world. We're just going to have to try to power this guy down. Like so. Okay. Pretty good.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Whoa! Okay. That is very interesting. Now, I don't think there's anyone in my party that's really bleed-oriented right now, actually. I don't think any of my characters can actually inflict a bleed. So we're going to hold on to that one. But there's some people that can do a lot of bleed damage. That's going to be a very useful item. You are... Heirloom chest. Oh yeah, we can't get extra loot because it's a hidden compartment. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, just a few more heirlooms. That's fine. And I guess we go east. Stress is starting to pile up. We're going to want to make sure to camp before someone hits the 100%, but we're going to try to clear a little bit more before we do that. Maybe? In before trap? Oh, what do we have here? Moonshine Barrel. Moonshine Barrel. We want medicinal herbs. This should give us a combat buff. There you go. Plus 30% damage. Was this the right person to put it on? Yeah, probably. We rely on his damage quite a bit. Oh, ooh, we let our light go down. We actually got surprised instead of surprising them. I was legitimately surprised. I'm not expecting a monster right there. Go ahead and bring up the torchlight. So, I don't remember. Oh, no. Yeah, you do have the 5% less range penalty. I don't think we're going to waste our time moving, though. We're going to try to get lucky. Maybe a crit, 16% chance, but doesn't come through. Would have been really nice. You're going to munch the person in the back and crit. That's going to be some stress. Yeah, we might camp after this. Finish off that Carrion Eater. Thank you. We will probably just self-heal. Especially since we're about to take a little bit more blight damage. Very good. As long as we hit. And we didn't. With that plus 30% buff, we're doing some huge damage with this guy. Ow! Don't stack a double blight. Shit. Reset the blight timer. Do we have an item that can deal with blight?
This expedition at least promises success.
Yeah, that's good. That just saved us 6 points of damage right there. I'm happy I didn't use it on the first buff. Gonna rearrange and rearrange like that. I think I can keep going. At the very least, I'll pop this room. Especially since we currently have the 30% buff. I don't know how long that damage buff will stay, but I don't want to rest while I've got that and just have it go to waste. Eat. The health is not bad. The occult scrawling. So I think I will go ahead and use this again. You still have a couple of quirks that would be nice to get rid of, right? That's what the occult scrawlings does? Oh no, it can give us a positive one. Positive quirk. So Well, you still have the least stress, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I think we got a bad quirk this time. God-fearing. That's okay. So you can only pray for stress relief, but that doesn't actually hurt our dungeon run. Plus, you know what? These like quirk generators is nice to do on our low-level party. That sucked. Oh, and we went in there with less light as well. Shite. Okay, so we'll bring that up. You can do good damage here. We will go for the brawler since you have less hit points. Try to power through. You're going to vomit, so we're going to get a lot of stress. The drummer stresses out the entire party. The vomit stresses out a specific target, which is bad. We can put a dodge debuff on someone. Unholy? No, no one's unholy, so no bonus unholy damage. We can debuff their damage dealing potential. I think what I'll use is the slightly higher accuracy one to just finish off this brawler, actually, and give us a little more light. Butcher's cut. That's a big amount of damage, and we got a bleed. Ooh, that is a big bleed, and I think we're out of bandages, too. Yeah, that is really unfortunate. I like the thrown dagger a lot better. I'm going to go for the swine wretch, because the Crusader might be able to hit him. Oh, a crit, okay. I was going to say, it'll be nice to actually get a kill. If I just hit the drummer, I probably can't finish him.
Blow.
No, the Crusader can't do anything, so we'll just move him forward one step. Get him back in the action. He's got the plus 30% damage buff. Drums of Debilitation, which marks us. We resist something else, though. Didn't get any stress. We probably take this opportunity to put down a heal. We could stun the drummer, but I don't think so. I think we Divine Grace someone. Perhaps ourselves, since we still have a bleed. I think that would be an excellent idea. I guess I could have used Judgment. Oh, no, this is not the one with Judgment. I'm getting confused between my characters. Ow. And the big bleed. Ooh, that is really, really rough. I should have come in here with more bandages, in hindsight. Get the swine drummer. Still plenty of light. I guess we're going to try to finish off the swine drummer. And we do. And I got this guy who can still stack a frack ton of bleeds. He's got the bigger stun resistance, but he's got a lot of hit points. I'm going to try to go for the stun. Be stunned. Yes! Huge! Especially since we want some heals. Alright, you just apply a little damage. You can't do anything, so, I don't know, move there. Okay, that was him shrugging off the stun. Drop a heal on our highwayman. And yeah, we'll camp after this. Just go for the damage heal. There we go, max damage roll. Beauteous.
A trifling victory.
That was not trifling.
Victory,
that completes the dungeon? Okay, so obviously we're going to pop this. It's trapped. It's unlocked, but trapped. I am not going to rest because I do not want to trigger a random encounter, which could conceivably go incredibly bad. But I am going to go ahead and explore a bit more. There's a chance we'll build up a bit more stress that we have to get rid of, but we've got room in our inventory for a bit more loot. And we also were very lucky to spot this trap. So again, the trap resistance, 30%, 50%. All right, grave robber. Good job. Nope, that's not what I meant to do at all. Thank you. Still have her damage buff, too. Heirlooms. Beautiful. This is a dinner cart, which is bad. We can actually get food out of it if we apply medicinal herbs, but we're good on food. We have 8 food left, and we can leave whenever we want. And we're definitely not going to poke around on it without any modifiers because we're probably going to get diseased or blighted or something. So that would be double plus on good. This room is empty. I'm going to go east. We might trigger some traps, which the threat of traps right now is mostly the stress. Obviously, there might be some random encounters as well. We got some stack of books. I think if we burn it, we get stressed. We get a chance of a quirk or more stress. Well, we'll definitely use it. Tell you what. There we go. A positive quirk. Warren Scrounger. Very nice. Bonus scouting chance in the Warrens. Don't mind that one bit. Hit a trap. What is this? Pile of scrolls. I don't know anything about a pile of scrolls, actually. Literally no. Cursive is sloppy and difficult to read. I don't think I'm going to dip it in holy water. We're going to just try to read it. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, we got a map. Nice. Which reveals a trap. We'll ignore that fight. Yeah, we'll keep going in this direction. So this room's going to be empty. And we'll use the grave digger. There we go. Very good. I guess that's the advantage. Or grave robber. That's the real advantage of bringing a grave robber. I'm liking the character. Another pile of scrolls. All transactions. Okay. Next room, which is also empty. Good run. You know, walking out with a little bit more stress than I'd like. I'm gonna have to remember that about the Warrens. That it can be very stressy. So if there's anyone with like stress resistance, this might be a good dungeon for that. Also, we have to remember that after a Warren's run, we will most likely end up with a party that's out of commission. Because they're going to have to go and rest a bunch of things. There's actually going to be some cost for running the Warrens, because then we have to remove these things. But overall, a very good run. Let's go ahead and complete this. We got a little bit of extra loot.
Fade. Their confidence is shaken.
Yeah, a lot of heirlooms, actually. Not tons of money. And we did, like, spend a fair bit to come in here. I still don't think we used a single shovel, which is kind of annoying. I have to remember with, like, the Weald really needs the extra shovels because of the random graves. But, maybe the others don't need it quite as much. God, that is a nice amount of crests. Everyone got a quirk. Come on, roll good, roll good, roll good. I think we got some level up, too. Hatred of Beasts, really good. Dud Hitter. Not red, you actually have a fair amount of hit points, so hopefully you won't be below 50%, but minus 3% crit is kind of shitty. Resilient is fine. Stress heal is not as important to me as stress resistance. Stomach cramps, less healing in camp. It's not a game breaker. Claustrophobia is, I know like the Iron Maiden gives you claustrophobia. I don't know what it just does for us, what kind of effects this might do one way or another. Second wind, health is below 50%, plus 10% damage. Okay, I mean, Gorash is mostly a healer, not a damage dealer. But, you know, it's a positive trait. Can't argue about that. Take a look at what happened in town.
Once, our estate was the envy of this land.
Okay. Harriet has lost his rabies, which is good. Yes, we got 3 level ups. 3 level ups, and we de-stress people very, very well. So, Krakenbrow, you have nothing to get rid of. You're in great, great shape. Listen, dude, settle down. Joluoto, needs to treat... Do we have 2 people with tetanus? Or someone else, wasn't there? I don't know. Joluoto needs some treatment. Tetanus is very bad. Yeah, that is unacceptable. And other than that, hold on. Is it worth healing? Well, I mean, he's level 2. We even upgraded his gear. We haven't upgraded any of his abilities yet. He's got Eagle Eye, which doesn't matter. Got a fair deal of negative traits, but not that bad. No, you know what? It's worth getting rid of Joluoto's Lockjaw. Is there anything we want to do here? We could make it slightly cheaper. Sure.
The front line of this war
Although
is not in the dungeon.
Delays getting a second slot at the infirmary.
Inside the mind.
Probably okay, though. Lockjaw. And that syringe. Stress level's relatively low, actually. If you successfully complete a mission, does it burn off a bunch of stress right at the end? It might. Like, none of these people necessarily need a stress treatment. I mean, 54 is a bit high. Especially, we can go to the Abbey. Get some cheap stuff there. I think it's got the risk of developing calm, but other than that, may as well send you there. It's cheap. And maybe we'll have one person drink in the tavern. Oh, Gorash. Or Senti is still drinking. I could expand the bar. There we go. Oh, did it change some of the arts? I think it might have. Or not red. You know what? Let's do not red. Joluoto's getting treatment. Every now and again, it takes 2 weeks to do that. We're going to assume Dutch Derpy Guy is going to go on the next mission. So yeah, we'll send Not Red to the bar. And Flobo might just sit idle a little bit. I don't know if they, like, naturally burn off any stress if nothing else happens. I could send him here. But that means no other upgrades for anyone this turn. I think I'm going to wait. Nomad wagons. We don't have enough money for anything. Look at that. Holy crap. That is amazing. The accuracy penalty kind of sucks, but isn't the end of the world. That is a massive amount of damage. I'd love to be able to buy that now. Too bad I can't sell any of the extra stuff I've got. Cheaper and more choices. And this is the camp skills, recruit new heroes. I mean, I suppose I could shop for the new heroes, but I don't really feel any need to do that. The blacksmith, I might have enough for, yeah, even cheaper upgrades. I don't really have the money for upgrades, but maybe? Actually, if I'm going to send Dutch Derpy Guy on a mission, go ahead and do that.
The flames, mold the metal.
And it obviously
we are raising an army.
Yeah, you know what? We can upgrade both of those. That'll be enough for provisions. There you go, Dutch Derpy Guy. More damage, more hit points, and some built-in protection, which is very, very useful. Okay, we're going to have Dutch Derpy Guy. Probably we'll send in Krakenbrow again. One Marine and Harriet. So a couple of level 2s and a couple of level 1s. One Marine's even been upgraded. He's level 1, but he's got upgrades. Yeah, and Dutch Derpy Guy has a little bit of stress, and he's only level 1, but he's been upgraded as well. So it's going to be a pretty solid party on our next run. I don't know what we'll do. Still not ready to go after the boss. I'm going to keep trying to farm a little bit. That's a level 5 champion mission. Holy crap. Not going to do any of that. That's a level 3. That's a level 1. So we are starting to run out of the low-level jobs. I think it still makes sense to go and tag a few of those. We are going to have to put in some thought into maybe, you know, continuing to level up our core group. And then having some throwaway groups. But, you know, we can always run away from some of these if it comes up. But for now, that's going to wrap things up. I'm going to put a little bit of a notice here. I am currently traveling. By the time you're watching this video, I will be traveling. And there's a possibility there might be an extra day or two delay before the next episode of this. But do not fear, the series is not coming to an end. And look forward to continuing to play it. See you next time. Bye-bye.